rich heiress couldn't even take care of herself. But when she found out her husband liked independent women, the princess immediately promised him she would change. She started frantically tidying her room and cleaning, and learned how to take a shower and hang up laundry. One day after school, the princess decided to make popcorn herself, and nearly gave Jack a heart attack. It was the first time in her life she had ever cooked. Jack took a bite, and found it surprisingly delicious. Later, he learned that the princess had spent 100,000 yen on ingredients. Almost her entire monthly allowance was gone. No wonder Jack thought it tasted so good. With no money left, the princess had no choice but to call her father for help. Jack immediately apologized to her parents, telling the princess that if she caused trouble for others, she had to apologize sincerely, even to her own parents. In front of her parents, the princess promised that she would never ask her family for a single yen again. Her parents were overwhelmed with emotion. This was the first time their daughter had learned not to spend money recklessly. 2 days later, when the princess left the mansion, she voluntarily declined the luxury car ride, choosing instead to take the bus directly to her rented apartment. Not wanting to waste any more money, everyone present was stunned. The chefs knelt down on the spot, saying it was all their fault for letting her develop such habits. Before they could finish speaking, the princess immediately bowed to apologize, saying that if she caused trouble, she had to say I'm sorry. She formally apologized for her years of selfishness and arrogance. Her father, overcome with emotion, embraced Jack. The chefs were in tears, and everyone was moved to tears. To celebrate the princess's first ever apology, they even held a special celebration. It was the princess's first time riding a bus. Unable to hold onto the handrail, she nearly got thrown out. Thankfully, Jack grabbed her hand just in time. This was the first time they held hands. The princess was so excited her heart raced. At school, because Jack was handsome, girls often brought him lunch. When the princess saw this, she couldn't sit still. One of them, a girl with long hair, clearly had a special connection with Jack. When the princess got home, she demanded to know who the girl with long hair was, and in her agitation, she knocked the plate right onto the floor. Jack was distressed. It reminded him of how his mother looked when she was angry. Later, the princess ran into that girl. The long-haired girl said, "He's with you now, simply because he's after your family's money." The princess retorted immediately, "So he likes me for my money? What's wrong with that? Is your family short on cash? Tell me how much you need, and I'll give it to you right away." The long-haired girl was rendered speechless. She changed the subject. "He's got nothing but his good looks." The princess replied, "What's wrong with liking a handsome guy? Just looking at him makes me happy. I knew the moment I saw him that he was my Prince Charming. He loves my money, and I love his face. Isn't that fair?" The long-haired girl was completely defeated and walked away. The poor guy standing nearby, after witnessing this scene, began to genuinely take a liking to the princess.